My DJI Neo 2 Fly Mode combo has arrived. And the first thing I'm a bit shocked about is how small the box is. I was in the market for a smaller drone that I could fly around my house and my garden and get some real practice in. Also something that could take a bit more of a beating than the Avata 2. So I was considering the Pavo 20 Pro, but I swayed towards the DJI Neo 2 for two main reasons. One, this drone has really good tracking functions. I snowboard, so being able to throw this out in the air and capture some amazing footage of me falling over would be great. So I thought to myself, that's something that's really swayed me towards this. Secondly, having just quite simple battery management kind of really swayed me. So I don't have any sort of LiPo batteries yet, as I don't have a real FPV drone. I'm in the middle of building my Nazgul, but until that's built, I don't actually need those kind of battery packs. So while I'm still building that and I'm waiting for the parts, this is going to be coming really handy. My name's Emmanuel and you're watching FPVOE, so let's not waste any more time. Let's open this up and see what it's like. Right, so as I said, the first thing I'm quite surprised about is how small the box is. So obviously I've got the Avata and the box for that is way, way bigger. So I don't know, I just expected this box to be a bit bigger. Don't know why, it's obviously a much smaller drone, but it's just what I was expecting. So obviously there you've got the normal scan before you use DJI, the QR code to set the drone up. So I will do that obviously all later. For now, ooh, okay, I believe this is the drone in here. So let's get this guy out the box. Okay, so, oh no, that's the control. The drone's right there. So you obviously get spare propellers as you do with all DJI drones. This is the DJI, the RCN3, I believe. I'm not even really going to bother opening this. I'll put a picture of it on the screen for you because I have no intention of using this. Obviously, I'm planning this to fly in manual. The reason I got this kind of bundle is because buying all the bits actually individually, which was the drone, the controller, the drone, the batteries, and like the part you need to fly FPV with goggles, they all kind of added up to pretty much the same price. So that's why I got it in a bundle. Okay, so here you have the battery pack, and the batteries are tiny. Obviously, I know the drone's a lot smaller, but the batteries are extremely small, especially when I compare it to the Avata, which is what I have. This is minuscule, but it is very nice, and this is what I wanted. I wanted a small drone I could fly around, as I say, the house, the garden, and everything else I wanted to do with it. So you have your USB-C cable, so obviously you get those with all your drones, and that's for charging and for charging different bits. You have your USB-C to Lightning cable, so that is if you have a Apple phone that has not been upgraded to the USB-C type, that will come in handy for you. Then obviously you get the usual DJI books and stickers and things like that that you can use. I'm being defeated by a plastic bag at the moment. So let's see. Oh gosh, this is... Right, well at least we know DJI stick their things down well. Ah, okay, there you go. You get a screwdriver as well. So that's obviously going to be for changing propellers and stuff like that. I say the stickers, quick start guide, which I will use after this when I'm setting the drone up, and then just different information about the drone. So that is perfect. So now we will make our way onto the coup de grace. Is that the right word? I believe coup de grace. But the drone, that is what I am here for. Let me throw that on the floor. So this is the DJI Neo 2. So it is super lightweight, super small, especially when I'm comparing it to my, say, Avata 2. It is very nice. And this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted something that could fly around the house that will not destroy it at the same time. And it's also just easier. The Avata is a really good drone, but it's just too big to fly in small spaces. What they do have on this one that they didn't have on the previous one is this kind of like a little antenna bit that comes pre-installed if you buy this kit. So that allows you to use your FPV goggles and the FPV3 controller. That's kind of a disappointment because I say the first one you could do it and it didn't have any of that, but I assume they've put that for a reason, and it's obviously there just to try and improve the reception you get with the goggles. But the drone is really good, really lightweight. It's only a 2-axis gimbal, I believe, but I'm still hoping to capture some really good footage with it. But this is the DJI Neo 2. You can see it's got lots of different sensors. These are screens that light up and give you information as well. So yeah, it's very small, very lightweight. So this is perfect for exactly what I wanted. So it's very good. I'm looking forward to setting this up and getting in the air. So what you get in the box, as I said, you get the batteries, you get 3 batteries, and obviously the charging case or smart charger for you. Obviously you get a battery installed on the drone. The drone, you get the antenna which comes with it. The usual bits there you get with like stickers and information. The RC-N3, which, as I say, I'm not even going to bother opening because I don't intend to use it. This is, I say, it's really good if you don't want to fly FPV and you're going to attach your drone to it and use your phone and use it there with this, but I have no real intention of using that. And then, of course, the usual cables and your spare propellers. So that is what you get when you buy the DJI Neo 2 Fly More combo. So really good, I say really good bit of kit. You get a lot of stuff and I'm looking forward to getting this in the air. Right, that is what you get in the DJI Neo 2 Fly More combo. The one thing I'm a bit disappointed about though is the fact that you don't get a carry case. So when you get the DJI Avata 2, you get a really nice bag that you kind of keep everything together and keep it all in. You don't get that when you get this drone, so that's a bit disappointing. But otherwise, everything's really good. I'm just going to try and find some sort of case I can put everything in, or double up with the bag if I'm only taking one drone with me. Here's a slight size comparison for the DJI Avata 2 and the DJI Neo 2. So you can see there is quite a size difference. And in fact, this one actually feels lighter, even though the Avata doesn't have its battery in. I could be wrong, but in my hands, it still feels lighter without it. Obviously, these antennas make it almost the same height as it, still slightly less, but that obviously does add some clearance room you'll have to consider when you're flying about with it. Right, so that's it for this video. I'm really looking forward to getting this in the air in full manual mode, and that's what will be coming up in my next video. So thanks for watching FPVOE, and I'll see you next time.